Rock and Block, la casa del rock y el metal. Siempre con los mejores contenidos en entrevistas, reportajes, charlas, concursos y un montón de sorpresas para ti, amante del rock. Hoy en Rock and Block Friends presentamos
Entrevista con Sven Dirkschneider y María José Miranda.
From Spain with Sven from UDO. How are you? First of all, how are you? How are you doing?
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm doing very well. I'm doing fine. I'm hanging in there. During this pandemic, obviously, but health-wise, I'm doing more than fine. Thank you.
Very nice to hear. So, is it you play drums since you are 5 years old?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I started when I was 5. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, I guess you live all your experience in shows and touring since you were a child.
Yeah, I was growing up in this show business circus, if you want to call it like that. I was going to shows with my dad all the time. Whenever I had holiday from school, I would fly with him, with my mom and my sister, and we were going to festivals and stuff like that. And yeah, sure. When I was 9, we were visiting Motorhead at the Philipshalle in Düsseldorf, and I got to sit behind Mickey D's drum kit during the show. So definitely a lifetime memory for sure, but something that you don't really realize when you are 9 years old. You were sitting there saying, "Hey, that's cool," but you didn't know who he were or who Lemmy were. I said hi as a little kid, and they said hi, and now I got to meet them again, especially Lemmy in 2015 when I was playing with Saxon as a support for Motorhead.
Yes.
So I met him, like a couple of days before he left planet Earth. So very, very sad, but for me also like very cool to being able to meet him again. And what a true gentleman he was. All of them, all of the Motorhead bands, Mickey, Phil, and Lemmy, they came to watch me play during soundcheck and during the show. Yeah, it's like getting goosebumps again. It's crazy.
So nice.
So, yeah, gentlemen, people, absolutely.
So, I will talk about Live in Bulgaria 2020, that it happened on September 18 in 2020 in Bulgaria, but some months before, you also released your album We Are One.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and you recorded with German Armed Forces Orchestra.
Yeah,
I'm doing it well. But you also composed some songs with them. So how was it? And how was the experience? You played with them in Wacken and later in a show, and you said, let's do an album. We are one.
Yeah,
How was it?
It's exactly like that. We were playing with them in 2015 in Wacken. But this show was only old UDO material, and they put the orchestra arrangements on top. And after the show in Wacken, we said it was such a great experience. The orchestra had so much fun, and we as a band had so much fun that we wanted to do another show. So we put together a show in 2018 in Elspe, that's in Germany. And there were 3,500 people attending this show, and we were doing a longer set list than in Wacken, because obviously in Wacken you have limited stage time and a limited slot. So we extended the set list. The people loved it, and we experienced that it wasn't only metal fans. There were a lot of people from orchestra-related music scenes and stuff like that. Old people, young people, and they all loved it. So after the show, we sat together, had a bunch of drinks, and everybody was happy. Oh, the show was great, blah, blah, blah. And then we thought, why don't we produce an album together? And not only that we produce an album together, we wanted to write songs together.
Yes.
So we wrote everything for this album from scratch. So we delivered the ideas and the demo songs and then the two arrangers from the orchestra, Guido and Alexander, they started to arrange the orchestra together with Christoph Scheibling, the conductor. And we got back the first orchestra arrangements, and we were blown away, really. I mean, they hit it right on spot. Of course, obviously, both of them were playing these shows in Wacken and Elspe together with us, so they knew what the whole thing is about, you know. But we didn't know what to expect, and they just nailed it. I mean, they wrote great arrangements. It's also cool for us because we had the opportunity to step out of the usual UDO, let's say, construct, you know. So yeah, we could discover new music genres as well. There was a vocal duet I did together with my dad.
Yes, so nice.
It was such a fun thing to record because neither him or I, we did something like that before, you know, and we said, hey, why don't we just do it? I mean, it's a project, it's a concept album, or we saw it as a project because still the name UDO is on top, but obviously with an orchestra. So we were totally free writing new music, and that was so much fun. It was a great experience for both the band and the orchestra. Yeah, I think the result was great, and the feedback was great.
So we encourage people to buy the We Are One experience because it's very nice, and you can find Sven singing with his father. It's very nice.
Yeah.
And if you want to live experience in Bulgaria, let's go to this new. We have the CD, the DVD, the vinyl. About a concert you did in the Roman Amphitheater in Plotit.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, difficult for me. Okay, so were you afraid about doing this record during the pandemic? I know it's a common question, but you know we have to ask it.
Absolutely. I mean, to be honest, when they first requested the show, there was an official request by the government from Bulgaria. So they had the idea of doing like a series of concerts in September. And we didn't really believe that this will work out.
Yeah.
So they requested the show in July. And we said, you know what? If you get it together and the local authorities will give their green light, then we will come and we will play. We would love to play, obviously. I mean, we have, you know, so we would love to play a show, and I guess the people would love it as well. And so we came closer to September, and they said, we got it together, we can do it. So we got the band to Germany. We had to do 1 million testings. Andre and Tillin had to go into quarantine, go into a hotel room, lock themselves in for 5 days. I just recently saw a video from Mickey D. He posted a video from a hotel room because they were going back to work with the new Scorpions album, and he had to go into quarantine as well, you know, which is like something, imagine that. Nobody would have thought about this a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. Nobody ever thought, you know, like you fly there, you do your thing and you go home the usual way. And yeah, I mean, they did a great job. We didn't hear any news after the show that the city Plovdiv became the new super spreader. So I didn't know if they tested the people, but obviously everybody stayed healthy. It was open air, outdoor. And yeah, the people enjoyed it. We loved it. It was an emotional night for everybody, I guess.
Yes, an historical night, and we can your live in Bulgaria 2020 and we can find plenty of popular songs from ACEP, UDO, and also you include some rarely played live songs. It's a kind of offering to your audience. I mean, which songs you wanted to include? Rare songs not also played.
I guess that songs that UDO didn't or have played live, but not that
Yeah,
often, was "Wrong Side of Midnight" for sure.
yeah,
I mean, there was something great. I was always looking forward to play this song because I love it. Uh, powerful, powerful track. And yeah, I mean, we tried to put together a good set list for that night because it was the only concert for
yes,
2020. That's why we put in the accept songs as well. Not only
yes.
because they are so much fun to play
Um,
and the people love it, but it's yeah, it was something we thought of. Okay, if we have this one go, this one shot, then let's do it right. And play a good set list, a long show. I guess the show was 2 hours 25,
2 hours, yeah.
something like that. Which was great. We loved it. So yeah, I think we were able to put together a good set list and choose good songs.
Yes, for sure. And how did you feel when you play your solo Tram in that night?
Very good. I mean, the people reacted amazingly. So this is something like drum
Yes.
solos is like how to say it. I don't want to be a drummer, and I don't like to watch drummers who do a technical drum solo with all their technical phrases and going totally crazy. This is something for my purpose. For my
Horrible.
my personal interest is you can watch that on YouTube or you can go to a clinic.
Yes.
So that's why I try to keep it short when it comes to this technical stuff and then entertain the people.
Yes,
And
I know.
the people reacted great, and it was fun. It's always fun to do this with Tillen. I mean, I introduce him to the stage, and then he comes up, and we play some stuff together. It's a lot of fun doing this. Yeah.
So best night of 2020.
Yeah.
Um, you know that sometimes German music in heavy metal suffers from stereotypes. I don't know if you feel something about it. Sometimes it's named like Teutonic stereotype of German, and sometimes I think that the part of the admiration from German metal music is the sound of German in your
Mhm.
music. What do you think about these stereotypes or of the reactions that German music causes in the world?
Right. I mean, it's something that as you said, you can definitely hear. Like if you hear the Scorpions, or if you hear Halloween, or if you hear UDO, or Accept, stuff like that, or Gamma Ray, you can definitely tell that this is a German band, for some
Yes.
reason. But it's the same with Kiss. You can tell that
Yeah.
this is a band from America. And, I don't feel awkward about it.
Okay.
It is what it is. This is, I believe it's good. Because you
It's
can
very good.
really say, hey, this is a band from there and there, and so I don't see this as an issue.
Yeah, sure. So it's just that sometimes, the kind of Teutonic stereotype simplifies so nice style of music from German,
Yeah.
and I think we must deconstruct it. So, what about future plans? Will we see you in Game Over Tour in 2022? I know you'll go in. Tell us about the Game Over Tour if you want.
I mean, we just announced the shows for the end of the
Yes,
year. So
yes,
the plan is that we go out in November 2021. So we just have to see how the whole situation is behaving,
yes,
over and during the summer. And then I guess there will be a more clearer view after the summer if we can really do these shows. I mean, we would love to, and we decided to put them out because we don't want to stand still, and just say like we wait until everything is finally over. So we have hope that we can play at the end of the year, and I guess that's a good thing to have, that you believe that you can do what you love as soon as possible again.
sure.
So yeah, we really hope that we can do this tour, and we are looking forward to it.
Sure. And do you want to say something to your Spaniard fans that you have plenty of them.
Yes.
And yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I hope you're all doing fine and you are staying healthy and surviving this pandemic and this worldwide crisis. And I really hope that we can see each other again, enjoy some cerveza together. That would be nice. And yeah, that we can finally enjoy heavy metal music again together.
So until we can see you in Spain, we encourage all the people to live in Bulgaria, since it's the most clear life experience that we'll have until this pandemic ends. So let's enjoy Live in Bulgaria 2020, and we hope to see you soon in Spain, and
Thank
wish
you very
you
much.
all the success of the world.
Thank you.
You for this.
Wishing you health and thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Stay healthy.
Stay healthy. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Rock and Block Friends, los podcasts de la casa del rock y el metal. Ya sabes que en Rock and Block somos rock.